Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. The night after, or the day after the night before, Gennady Golovkin.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BW.
I was saying the day after the night before, or the morning before, Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo, the fight for supremacy. Regardless how you scored the fight. Now, a lot of people scored it for Triple G. A lot of people scored it for Triple G regardless, even if he didn't throw a punch. That's how biased some people can be. I'm not saying that this particular situation, there is bias at all, but you know the people I'm talking about. And this message definitely is not for you. We call them fanboys. Those people who would say that Triple G won the fight, I can see that. But I saw it 115, 113 for Canelo. But this is not here to my conversation today. Please hear me out. Is not to talk about whether I felt Canelo won or Triple G won or was a disgrace the draw. That's not the conversation. The conversation I'm having today is a strict address to boxing fans and journalists, to boxing fans, boxing journalists, and boxing experts, trainers, managers, promoters. Message to all of you. Nobody goddamn else is going to say it, so I'm going to say it. Now, I want to point something out first. There's a lot of cowards over social media. See, if somebody makes a comment that another person doesn't agree with, that's fine. Then you get these people that jump in and start trying to be abusive. You know, almost like when two people are having a fight and then somebody runs around the back and starts throwing punches. That sort of cowardly behavior, and they start piling in. I don't care. My decision stands the same. It's how I saw the fight. I was commentating the fight at the time. So it's a bit different when you're commentating the fight or as you're watching the fight in real time. I'm commentating. And what I was seeing, I was looking at the counters because I was expecting G to get countered all night long by Golovkin, by Canelo. That's what I was looking for in the fight. And I saw that. Now, I was watching it through the eyes of commentating, right? A long night of commentating. So I'll have to go back and look at the fight again. I could be completely wrong in my estimation of what I thought of the fight. And I'm quite happy to do that and look for the fight again and then come back and do a post-fight review after looking at the fight again, completely from start without commentating, all right? So I'm going to give myself that time to do that. And I probably won't do it this week. I'll probably do it in about 2 weeks' time. Go back, look at the fight without all the emotions attached to it after talking to Abel Sanchez. And then I look at the fight again through a different pair of eyes, a fresh pair of eyes, rather than a pair of eyes that are, oh, he got robbed, or, oh, you know, Canelo definitely won that fight. I take the emotions out of it, look at it strictly as, you know, two guys fighting I didn't know about and just scoring it again and look at it again. So let's put that to one side. Now, boxing is in the state that it is in today, thanks to the journalists, thanks to the promoters, the managers, and the boxing fans. You sat at home. You sat at home that will get on Twitter and go, I think GGG won that fight. I think you need your eyes opening. You're taking a piss, mate. You should do something about it. Stop. I'm not Adelaide Bird. I certainly did not come at 118, 110. I did not come at 118, 110. Okay? Now, boxing fans, why are you not having a dig at Adelaide Bird? Why are you allowing, you know, why can't they announce the judges before the fight is made? And if the fight is made, why don't they announce the judges before the ticket sales go on? The way we stop this nonsense is by protesting or simply taking your money and going and watching UFC, or taking your money and supporting more small horse shows where you're going to see a fair shake and a fair fight. We just saw it the other day with Carson Jones and Antonio Margarito. If you're not going to stand up and jump up and down about that, shut up about what's going on with Gennady Golovkin. Shut up, because I said it. Did I not say it? I said it. After the Jones fight, don't worry. If Golovkin gets robbed in Vegas, they're going to be jumping up and down. Jones got robbed, blatantly robbed. Blatantly robbed of a decision in Mexico. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not Gennady Golovkin. Forget about Carson Jones. Now it happens to Gennady Golovkin. Oh, we should jump up and down about it. No! No! There's loads of robberies in the sport of boxing. And if you've never boxed before, then you don't know what it's like to get up in the morning and do the hard graft, get up in and get your face punched in when you don't want your face punched in, and say that's your living. And then to go put all those weeks of training, all those months of training away from your family, putting your body into shape, taking pain and punishment and getting up with your body hurting you and your head ringing you and all the rest of it, sacrificing your life away from your family to get robbed. But you don't understand that. You do your normal 9-to-5 job. You work in a nice office, or you're a bricklayer, or I don't know what you're doing, and you have struggles within your job. And somebody said to you, it don't matter. Or if you didn't get paid this week, you'd be you'd be in arms. You'd be in arms. You see? So I think there's a lot of hypocrisy in the world of boxing, and a lot of these people, and a lot of these journalists that you look at and you look to your information for, or you worship that they're perfect. These are the people that have the power to say something. These are people that can stand up and say something and do something about it. So don't be digging me out because I said I saw Canelo was 115, 113. I scored the fight because I saw Canelo countering beautifully off the ropes. I saw him when G was hitting, he made him miss, he made him pay. I like that. That's boxing science for me. I enjoyed that. Again, I was commentating. And again, I'm not defending my position. What I am defending is this whole position of boxing as a whole and be allowed to continue. So what's going to happen? You'll allow it to continue. So there'll be a rematch. And they'll do it again. They'll continue robbing you. You knew the situation before you got to Vegas. You knew the situation before you got on the plane. You knew what Vegas was capable of doing. You knew it. It's not that you didn't know. So are you going to go and are you going to make an official complaint to Adelaide Bird? No, probably not. How many journalists are going to put in a complaint to Adelaide Bird? No, probably not. You'll probably do a little write-up about it, and then next week you'll be back again with your press pass and back in the same crap again. How many are you going to write an official complaint to the judges, or the Nevada state? How many people are going to put a complaint in? How many people that have the power to put a complaint in are going to put a complaint in, apart from Gennady Golovkin's people? Huh? And they won't. Probably not. The champions still got their belt. What are they going to complain about? Canelo's got a draw on his record. They'll do it again. They made loads of money. So, this is my point. Boxing fans need to take a stand or shut up. Boxing journalists need to take a stand, write about it, write about the things that matter, tell the truth, expose the people that are constantly judging, making these corrupt decisions, expose them, educate the boxing fans, tell them exactly what's going on. That fight that happened with Carson Jones and Antonio Margarito, report it correctly. Tell the fans exactly what happened and why it happened and who's to blame, and investigate that. That's what a journalist does. Investigate journalism, why it happened, who did it, who's responsible, what's going to happen next. Is there any follow-up on that? No. Is there going to be a huge investigation into Adelaide Bird? How come she's allowed to keep coming on judging bouts? Is there a way you can complain about her? These are the things that people need talking about, because Gennady Golovkin, Canelo, is just one of many fights down history. In the history of boxing, there's been robbery and corruption. Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, another situation. Blatant robbery, the first fight. That's why they have to go and do it again. And make loads of money on it. And it's a big super fight, isn't it? So it's going to happen. I said it in front of Abel Sanchez in the interview. Are you concerned that you're going to get robbed on the cards? And it's a possibility of a rematch, a draw and a rematch. He considered it. But what did I say? And that's one of the things I'm going to ask him in a rematch when I talk to him. So let's start complaining about it. Gerd Montero is one of the guys that did it. That's fantastic. But okay, venting your anger is one thing. After that, what do? You just sit back down? Do you make an official complaint? Do you follow it through? Will you follow it through? Now, if I were in America, I'd follow it straight through. I'd go straight to the person who it was that made the decision and say, listen, how could you score that 118, 110? Regardless if you think Gennady Golovkin won or Canelo won, I don't care. It don't make a difference to me. I don't care. In this conversation is about what I'm talking about is Adelaide Bird's decision. First of all, being allowed to be a judge. That's the first thing. Then secondly, to be in one of the biggest fights in this decade, one of the biggest fights, and then allowed to put on a score like that. So I just think that it's something that boxing fans need to look at. But I'll tell you what will happen. People brush it under the carpet. People have moaned about it for months and months until the rematch, like they did with what's his name, Kovalev and Ward, and then you'll get a rematch. Personally, I'm not going to speak no more about it. Don't expect any post-fight thoughts of me for a while on Canelo and Golovkin, because I'm not getting caught up into it. I'm not getting caught up into it. You got a fight going down the road shortly, December 9th, Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. If the same thing happens again, are you going to jump up in arms? This is the point. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to go about making change? That's why it says, boxing fans, stand up and be counted, or just shut up. Well, I think that's not right. We'll do something about it, or shut up. Simple. That's it. Do something about it. Vote with your pocket. Don't turn up to these big fights. Don't give to promoters your money. Don't allow them to continue robbing you. Stay away from the big fights, or watch it at home. Save yourself the money and a trip and a heartache. So you went all the way. You imagine you paid X amount of money, maybe 800, 900,000 pounds to go out to Vegas to be a part of the moment, to get robbed by one person called Adelaide Bird. We're all happy before sitting down. Okay, Adelaide Bird's there. We know Adelaide Bird's there. So it is what it is. That's my point. But like I said, if you're going to take the time to dig me out, then take the time to dig out Adelaide Bird and go one step further. It's all right being a Twitter king in a virtual reality. Do something in reality. Send an official complaint to the WBC, or send an official complaint to the Nevada State, or send an official complaint to the IBF, or whichever governing body it is, or all governing bodies, and say, you know what? This lady should not be allowed to judge again, period, ever. And there's a few of them around, not just her. So, in closing, it's either do something about it and direct the anger and like Montero did, to the people that matter, but don't even bother getting on Twitter and saying, oh, you need your eyes examined. It's my opinion, it's my thoughts, but my thoughts and my opinion are not jeopardizing a huge fight. It's an opinion. Thank you for watching. This has been BWTM Sports. Thank you for your support. You're always going to get straight talking from me. You're not going to get no BS or trying to sugarcoat things. I scored it 115, 113 for Canelo at the time. I was commentating on the fight live. I'd commentated on quite a few fights that night. It was early in the morning. No excuses. I'm going to go back and look at the fight, like I said, with different eyes, and look at it again and see how I score. Not today or tomorrow, probably in 2 weeks' time, or 3 weeks' time, a month, when it's all died down. Go back and look at the fight again. Best time to do it. But I'd like to record, if for me, I'd have Adelaide Bird in a room, sit her down and say, all right, score this fight for me. Round by what round? How you got to 118, 110 in favor of Canelo? Show me how you scored it. Let's see it. The judge doesn't have to say anything. Just sit there and show me how you scored 108, 110. That's all you have to do. That's it. I am out of here. Thank you for watching. I don't expect you to like the video. I don't care if you like the video. If you don't like the video, I'm always going to speak my truth. And I do it on behalf of all fighters, not just ones that I like or I love, or maybe the same skin color as me, or the same country as me, or speak the same language as me, or in the same neighborhood as me. Boxers are boxers. White, black, Asian, no matter what part of the world it is, injustice is injustice. When people start to see injustice and justice as a whole, then we're going to get together and unify rather than have the ignorance, which is very much still in boxing. This has been Ingram Jones from BWTM, and I'm out of here. Have a great day. Have a great week. And don't take it too seriously. Don't take it to heart too much. I'm out. Thanks again.